Jackie. So I'm finally getting around to making that video that I said I was going to make like 3 days ago. So my bad. But here it is. I have your website pulled up right here. We're just going to go over a few things that I look for. And this is like normally what I do to people. If they're going to, maybe become a customer or a prospective client or something like that. I'll send them over a video showing them some tips on how to improve their online presence and, kind of go through their website real briefly and then go over things that could improve upon driving traffic, gaining clients through their online presence and stuff like that. So I'm going to go over content, citations, and backlinks. I have your website pulled up right here. Not much to it. It's basically, a homepage with a few words on it, and you do have some pictures. I mean, I know you haven't done much to it, you said, and you're looking, to get stuff done. So we can definitely, improve upon this. I'll hook you up. Don't worry. We'll make it all good. But normally, this is where I go over content, and content is important because Google, in Google's eyes, anyway, this is the whole point of all this SEO and everything is to gain traffic through Google. So you want to show up on search, inquiries that people put into Google when they're searching for, something, whether it be a product or a service. So you want to, have plenty of content on your homepage because within that content you're going to have keywords, and a keyword is going to be anything that somebody puts into Google when they are searching for a product or a service. So I always recommend at least 1,500 words of content just on your homepage alone. That also depends on like the competition, what they're doing, but that's usually where I, at least start with is 1,500 words. You could do less, like I said, depending on what your competition is doing, but so the reason for that being is it gives you plenty of room to put in those keywords, and we're going after like buyer intent keywords. So for instance, if somebody's looking for like a AC service or any kind of, service or product, I'm just using like AC as a reference because that's immediately where my mind goes. And it's simple to understand. So if someone's going to look at like a AC service or AC repair, we'll say in Washington, right? Usually it would be a specific town and then the state Washington. So that would be an example of like a buyer intent keyword because it is focused on the area that people are going to search for, right? So if you have a business that is AC repair and you have those keywords within your content and multiple times, when people search for those keywords on Google, it's going to help you show up more often because you are relevant to that search. You have those keywords within your content on your homepage, so that's going to help your homepage show up in that search inquiry because people are searching for that word specifically. So that's why you're going to go and we want to try and target keywords that are drawing traffic to whatever services that you might be offering. I'll get a list of those together. I will test and see how much traffic flow they are drawing, and I will choose the most, the ones that are bringing in the most traffic. So I'll have a small list of those, and then those are the ones that I will put into your content on your homepage, and that's going to help your homepage show up as people search for your services, right? So if we look at this, one of the sites on the list that you emailed me the other day, these guys, they're all right. They do have some content on their page, but it's not a whole lot. They don't really have a whole bunch of keywords. They do have a bunch of links, however, which that's another thing. But we'll go over that later. I'm not going to talk about it right now. I could go on for this, with this stuff for I don't know how long. A long time. There's a lot to it. So this is why I kind of just highlight these three things: the content, citations, and backlinks. But there's not much to their website either. But if we look at what they're doing, which I use a tool called Ahrefs, and it basically just tells me how a website is performing, how much traffic they're getting, how much keywords they're showing up for, so on and so forth. If I have you put in here right now, and there's not a whole lot going on, as we can see. You do, however, have a few backlinks and a few referring domains, which is great. Your UR and DR are not really showing up, and so the UR and DR is basically like a trust and a power rating. The UR being a trust rating in Google's eyes, the DR being a power rating. And basically, what you want to do is have these two numbers, get them up as high as possible while keeping them within a close ratio to each other. And that's kind of, what we're going to be going after. So basically your DR is going to be, closely related to your backlinks and referring domains. And the trick here is to get backlinks from websites that have powerful referring domains. And what I mean by that is, you want websites linking back to you. That's basically all backlink is another website that's linking back to your site. And you want those websites that are linking back to your site to, have relevance to whatever service industry you are in, right? You don't want random, coffee shops or, ice cream shop or Pizza Hut or some, place like that linking back to you, because that, in Google's eyes, will come across as spammy, and that's not what you want, because that'll throw up flags that affects your ranking abilities and your ability to show up, period, on in the search results. There are plenty of people out there who will throw out a price, and they'll be like, hey, I'll throw you, I'll get you all these backlinks, and they will just spam the shit out of your website, and you'll have like 3,000 backlinks, and they're all random porn and this and that and stuff that that will eventually hurt your website in the long run. And there are tons and tons of people that do that. I don't do that. I have I have a network of people who own websites. They're blogs, and they're they've been in it for like 10 plus years, so they have some really strong, powerful websites that in all different industries and all different, services, and that they link powerful, links back to, websites that I need them to. So, that's some, we can get into later as well. But there are plenty of free, domains that you can go out and get, that I'll look for and go out and I'll get those backlinks and see if I can link them back to your website. That should help bump up this DR. The UR is going to be more about your content on your homepage and maybe your citations as well. A citation, I'll show you that in a minute. Let's actually look into that right now. Actually, hold on. I'm jumping ahead of myself. Let's take a look at these guys and see how their website is performing, what their numbers show. All right, see, so we can already see the difference in their UR and DR. See how they're kind of within close ratio to each other. They do have a ton of backlinks. They have a pretty decent number of referring domains. That's really what you want to go after. You want to focus on referring domains, because they are going to be the ones who are linking back to you. So they're going to be throwing you those backlinks, right? So that's what when I do that, what I do is I will go through other websites like yours, like that list, the ones that you gave me. I'll put them all through the system, and I will look at their backlinks and see where they're getting their backlinks from. And basically, we call it the copycat method, where we'll put a website in if they're doing well. We'll go through the referring domains and their backlinks, and I will pick and choose the ones that are working for them, and I will add them to my own website or my client's website, because if they're in the same industry and they have a bunch of backlinks that are working for them, they're going to work for you as well, right? So why not go out and get those same backlinks? Same thing with their keywords. I can do the same with the keywords, with other keywords that are working for them. If I haven't thought of them, or we haven't thought of them, we can use those keywords in our content as well. They're not getting a ton of traffic, but 46. This is how many people are searching them per month. Which, I mean, that's 46 people that are potentially clients, right? That every month. And this is just not 100% accurate. I know these guys went through and changed a bunch of their stuff, so it kind of affects what's showing up in these numbers. The most accurate data you're going to get is going to be through Google Analytics, which would be directly connected to your website. And I can set that up as well once we get started on all this. But, that's just kind of the gist of it. And with citations, you're going to go, I wasn't really sure what to put in. Like if I was going to search for you, like, hey, I want your services. So I'm just going to use an example. I did do yoga because a lot of the places that showed up, they didn't have any kind of a map pack or anything like that. And this is a map pack. Like, so your Google business profile, which is a very important asset to have. If you don't have one, I can set that up for you as well. It's real easy. It's free. It's through Google. Basically it's just, it's a profile of your business, and you want to have, it's a very important in a ranking factor. You want to have, your business name, your address. If you are, if you have like a brick and mortar, or if you have people coming to your house, which I'm not sure if you do. So if you don't, that's fine. I don't either. So you can hide your, your home address, and it won't show up on there, and you'll just be like a service-based, a service-based company, which means, you can set, a ratio or a radius, of how far you will spread out in your local area, and, that kind of stuff. So therefore your address won't matter, because they won't, pinpoint you off of your address. They'll just do it in the radius that you set, of the area that you want to, use your services in. So that's one way to do it. That's probably how we're going to do it. But, basically to get in this map pack, usually there's 3. It doesn't look like there's a whole lot. So we call it the top 3 of the map pack. And you want to basically outbeat your competitors that are showing up in that map pack. And you're going to do that with citations. So a citation is basically your business name, your phone number, anything connected to your business. You want to put that in exactly how it is in your Google business profile into online directories. So that's going to be anything like Yelp or Yellow Pages, or, there's Angie's List, this, and, all those places, even Facebook. Those are all considered directories. There are hundreds of thousands, of online directories that you can utilize getting your name into, and you'll get citations back. So basically, think of it like, a popularity contest, right? You want to have more citations than these people to get up in this, in the top 3 map pack in the areas that you're trying to show up for. So we can go ahead and do that as well. And then this down here would be your organic search results, which is where you would want your website to show up, right? And then in the number 1 spot. And you do that like, with your content and like your backlinks, like we went over before, right? So we would get all those things clicking together, and that's what's going to really get your website showing up. There's, a lot to it. And we can definitely make it work. I can definitely help you out. We can talk about that later when we get on the phone. Basically, I want to go over, everything about your business that I can learn, because the more I learn about your business, the more I know about it, the more ways I can help, get that into your content and get you to show up more often in, local search results. So that's pretty much it on that. I look forward to the phone call later, where we can really dig deep into your business. You can tell me all about it, and we can kind of set a roadmap and get rolling with this bad boy. All right. So I will talk to you later. I'll see you on the flip side.